Did you know that China, despite its vast size, operates on a single time zone? Rather intriguing. You see, time zones are regions of the Earth that have the same standard time. They were established to aid in scheduling and coordination across vast distances. However, China, stretching over 5 geographical time zones, decided to follow a single standard time. So, if it's noon in Beijing, it's also noon in the far western region of Xinjiang, even though the sun there is just rising. Now you may wonder who came up with this ingenious idea of time zones. Well, let's travel back in time to the late 19th century. The marvel of modern technology, the railroad, was rapidly connecting cities and countries. But there was a hitch. Every city had its own local time based on the sun's position. This wreaked havoc on scheduling trains, leading to confusion and chaos. Enter Sir Sandford Fleming, a Canadian engineer and inventor. He proposed a worldwide system of time zones to solve this very conundrum. His idea was to divide the world into 24 equal time zones, each one covering 15 degrees of longitude. Fleming's idea gradually gained traction, and in 1884 the International Meridian Conference was held in Washington, D.C. Delegates from 25 nations gathered to discuss a standardized global time system. After much debate, they agreed on a prime meridian, the 0 point from which all other time zones would be calculated. This prime meridian was established in Greenwich, England, due to the country's extensive maritime history and the fact that at the time, 70% of the world's sea charts were based on Greenwich Mean Time. And voila, the concept of time zones as we know it was born. So, thanks to Sir Sandford Fleming and the International Meridian Conference, we now have a standardized time system that keeps the world ticking in unison. Time zones, as simple as they may seem, actually have a profound impact on our lives. Imagine you're an international business person. Your company has offices in New York, London, and Tokyo. Now, it's not just about managing different cultures, languages, and currencies. You also have to juggle meetings, deadlines, and calls that span multiple time zones. It's midday for you, but your colleagues in Tokyo might be wrapping up their day, while those in New York are just stirring their morning coffee. Time zones add a layer of complexity to the already challenging world of international business. Now, let's talk about travel. Ever experienced that groggy, disoriented feeling after a long flight? That's jet lag. Your body's internal clock is confused because you've crossed several time zones in a short period. It's trying to catch up with local time, and until it does, you'll feel out of sync. Communication is another area where time zones play a crucial role. Let's say you're in Sydney and you want a video chat with your friend in Los Angeles. You'll have to calculate the time difference to ensure you're not waking them up in the middle of the night. And it's not just personal communication. Television networks, radio stations, and online platforms like Twitter and Facebook have to consider time zones when scheduling broadcasts or posts. Even sporting events are impacted by time zones. Think about the Olympics. The games are held in one location, but viewers around the world tune in. Organizing such a massive event requires careful planning to ensure that key events are broadcasted at times that work for as many viewers as possible. Time zones, these invisible lines drawn on our globe, shape our daily lives in ways we often overlook. They dictate when we work, when we rest, when we connect with others, and even when we cheer for our favorite sports teams. So the next time you experience jet lag, remember it's all because of the invisible lines drawn by the hands of history. Now that we've traveled through the realms of time zones, let's ponder on something. Time zones, as we've learned, are not just about time. They are a reflection of our collective agreement to structure our lives in a certain way. They're the invisible threads that weave the fabric of global communication, keeping the world in harmony and enabling us to coordinate across diverse regions. Imagine for a moment a world without time zones. It would be like a symphony without a conductor, each instrument playing to its own tune, creating a discordant melody. Understanding time zones is more than just being able to tell time. It's about appreciating the intricate mechanisms that keep our world ticking. Now that you know what time zones are, how will this change your perspective? Will it make you more aware of the invisible lines that divide our world into 24 equal parts? Will it make you appreciate the complexity behind the simple act of telling time? Ponder on that.